Hello and welcome to Drum Forest Drum Gaming. I'm Matthew and today I have Jamie joining me. Say hey, Jamie.
Hey,
How are we doing today, Jamie?
I'm good. I'm very good. Ready to kill some people.
Yeah, ready to kill some vicious. But yeah, so as you can see today we're just going to do a little bit of a Rainbow Six Siege. What we're going to do is we're just going to do it just the two of us. Can't be bothered with other people today. Just, in one of those moods. Just sort of keep it simple, you know. So you had a good day, Jamie?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. How's your day been?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Just sorting out stuff for YouTube and all that jazz. So can't complain.
So if you are watching, everyone should subscribe
Yes.
because a lot of work has been put into this channel.
That would be great. That would be lovely. Thank you. So yeah, what are we doing? Oh, we're disarming a bomb apparently.
We are indeed.
So that should be fabulous. With just the two of us.
Yeah, this is gonna be. It's gonna be a fun one.
All right, sneaky.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sneak.
Just out of curiosity. Ooh, nice booty.
Don't look at my booty. What you doing, crazy fool?
I just love the way that your character just, she's like major SWAT team, high up in SWAT, and she comes in pink trainers and jeans.
Because my pink trainers are sexy.
And a hoodie as well. It's just like super professional. Right, okay. There's a suicide bomber on the other side of this wall. I believe.
There's two. One's coming to that door, one's at the other door.
I'm nearly dead. We are off to a fabulous start.
We are. I have spotted a bomb there.
Well, the other suicide bomber's dead. But also, I am nearly dead. Sorry, you said you spotted a bomb. Take me to it. I cannot see a thing.
Okay.
Okay, which way are we going, Jamie?
Upstairs.
Up the stairs. Sneaky. Ah,
This is good. This is going good.
can't poke your head out, buddy. There we go. I still managed to miss. Whoa.
Located a bomb. Location planted.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, that was actually my fault.
Just shot you in the face.
I walked in front of you. I wasn't paying attention.
Ah. That was poor play by me. Save me, Jamie!
I'm saving you!
Planted a diffuser.
Thanks.
Okay.
Right, here we go. Someone's still shooting at us. Where are you, buddy? He's in the back
I
of
think
the
they're
room.
they must be behind, yeah. Oh.
Take my shotgun. Have it.
Okay. Right. Let's get behind here. Are you ready?
Yeah, how are we doing this? Right, okay.
Because we're both really low.
Yeah, you stay behind there and cover
Okay.
all the windows and walls, and I'll cover this door.
Okay.
I will try and cover this door.
And I will try and cover the windows, but I'm making no promises.
Excellent. Right, let's do this. Let's disarm this bomb. Ooh!
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? It's going down. Okay.
It's going down.
It's going down.
It's going down.
It's going downtown.
Downtown.
Diffuser in position. Defended from enemy action.
I would advise you duck down.
But then I can't help you with the door.
Don't help me with the door.
We've located a bomb.
Okay.
Move to its location.
Apparently
and
we-
plant the diffuser.
Apparently I located another bomb.
45 seconds.
Good. Oh.
Sorry, he snuck past me.
30 seconds remaining in bomb diffuser.
Okay.
Are you down? What's happening?
I'm
I'm down.
I laid down.
I'm down. I'm sorry.
I got you. I'm dead. Okay.
Oh.
Good start. Good.
That was good.
That was good. That was good. I gotta say, these missions are tough with just 2 of you.
They are.
But you
Extract
know,
the hostage. Not too bad.
yeah, that's not too bad. And I'm sure terrorist hunt is probably not too bad either.
Yeah.
But you know, disarming a bomb, because it's just loads of them, it gets a bit tough.
I mean, we've lost multiple times with like 5 people. So.
Mhm. Yeah, no, this is very true. This is very true. So Jamie, you keeping up to date in the gaming world at all recently?
Totes.
Totes.
Totes my goat.
Was that sarcastic totes?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Just a little bit.
So, okay, you know how I'm a fan of like Dark Souls and things.
Yes.
There is a new game coming out. It's going to really bug me because I can't remember what it's called, which is really annoying because I watched a video on it earlier, and basically it's the same, in a nutshell, it's the same style of game as Dark Souls, except it's more sort of sci-fi and robotics. So you fight like giant robots and like you wear like sci-fi armor and stuff like that, and you build up on your armor and that kind of thing, which I think sounds awesome. My only issue is, like, it really feels like since Dark Souls sort of became such a big thing, and it has been a big thing, like obviously it started with Demon Souls, which I personally never played but always wanted to. And then
Away you go.
And then it had its spiritual successor of Dark Souls, which then obviously had Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Obviously then from there was the PS4 exclusive, which was Bloodborne, which I've only played a bit round Jack's, but I've never had myself. And then also there was one fairly recently on the PS4 called Neo, which is the same style of game, but it's based on a Western samurai whose name I can't remember, and I think he was either a fictional character or he was actually a historical character. I honestly can't remember on that one, so I'm not gonna make any quotes if that makes sense.
Okay.
And basically, I'm just a little bit worried that maybe it's being overdone.
Do you think?
Like, do you get what I mean? Oh dear.
Oh,
There was a suicide bomber right behind us. I literally turned around and he was there. And then my body just flung against the wall. Sorry, darling.
I mean, this is not going to end well with just me.
You've got this, Jamie. But yeah, I'm just a little bit worried that maybe it's gonna... I mean, maybe this could be the last Dark Souls style game we have for a while, but maybe it won't be, and maybe it's just gonna keep getting rehashed and eventually maybe just get a bit overdone, and that's what I'm worried about.
I mean, if it's like a good style of game though, you're not really going to get sick of it or anything. Like you just... Sorry, I'm really trying to concentrate on my own.
It's cool.
Like, if they do it well, then it will be fun.
But I mean, do you get what I'm saying? Like, because obviously,
Yeah, I get it.
it almost feels like they're just rehashing the same thing, but with a different skin. Like, you had Dark Souls and Demon Souls, which was your very knights and magic and things like that, and then you had Bloodborne, which felt, from what I played, it felt a little bit more into the future, but still quite old. And I can't think of the time period, but you had sort of, there were guns in it, sort of old school kind of guns, that from the looks of things would have used like the old school gunpowder sort of mechanics of it and things like that, but still with swords as well. And then obviously you then go to Neo, where it's gone same style of game but with samurais, and then you got this new one which is then going to be space.
not good.
So
Not good.
I'm just wondering how far they'll actually take it.
Oh,
There's a
it's like
person
mayhem.
There's a person stood on
Found the diffuser.
Okay.
All friendlies have been
I had no idea what was
could
happening.
you not see his gun like glitching in your face? Like
No.
there was a person literally stood on your face.
Oh. That's not good.
But yeah, so that's my only worry with these kind of games that keep coming out. But
I feel like you
hopefully,
could say that about a lot of stuff, though. Like a lot of ideas, they just keep doing over, just slightly different, you know?
give us an example.
I don't know, like you could say it about anything, like films as well, films, games, anything.
Yeah,
Like at the moment, doing this all like the live action films of every Disney film that's like ever been made. But because people like that style, they're gonna keep enjoying every single one, even though it's like the same thing over and over again, if you get what I mean.
yeah. No, that's a fair point. I can.
Because each one has different qualities that different people will enjoy, as well as the people who like kind of just the style in general.
That's fair enough. I can understand that.
We have got another disarm the bomb.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Keep getting those. So Jamie, tell me, what do you think of the Nintendo
A bomb must
Switch?
be located and defused.
I don't get it.
No?
I really don't get it. I feel like it's just a mix of things that we already have.
Yeah, such
Like
as?
you have the DS, and then you have your consoles, and I feel like they've just tried to join the two together, but it's not really anything new.
Yeah, no,
Get
that's-
what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I think that's a fair comment.
We've located
I
the
mean,
bomb.
I think my biggest worry with it is it's gonna completely take the handheld consoles off the market.
Yeah.
Now, I love Nintendo consoles. I mean, in all honesty, as when I was growing up, the only Nintendo consoles I actually had were the handheld ones. So I started.
Yeah.
I think my first one ever was a Game Boy Color, and then I sort of had every one since then. Oh my goodness! Ah!
That was close.
Yeah, just dropping on my face. That was uncool. Well, I'm throwing a grenade in that room.
Not being
Um,
shot.
And I think that's my biggest worry. And like, apparently they've said that at the next E3, Nintendo are going to be announcing some new 3DS games, which is great. And I think that's put people's worries at ease a little bit. But how long's that going to last? I mean, on the E3 after, are they then going to suddenly start saying we're not making any more, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I was talking to Jack about this the other day. And I think I was talking to you about this the other day as well. Actually, thinking about it. Like I don't want to buy a Nintendo Switch and pay the money for a big games console, like a full range kind of
Diffuser in position.
games console
Defended
like
from enemy
that,
action.
if I'm only going to be using the handheld sort of style of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be paying 280 quid for a handheld system.
45
See,
seconds
that's
remaining.
my thing with it. You're paying for the, the full console, but the only thing really new about it, and it's not even new, but like, it's using it as the handheld and it being able to switch between the two. But if you don't really use it as a console, then it's not really worth it.
Yeah, flashbang coming in. I'm blind. Yeah, and I completely agree. And like that's my, because I love the handheld consoles. I love the DS. Like I've always loved.
No, I'm dead, brother.
I'll be with
Sorry.
you momentarily.
No, I'm literally dead.
Oh, you're dead.
dead.
So am I. Ah, we were doing so well. That was
We
unlucky.
was doing good on that
We
one.
actually did well on that one. That was unfortunate. But yeah, so I mean, because yeah, as I said, I love the handhelds. I love my 3DS. I loved the Game Boy Color when I got it. the
Yeah.
advanced. I think I had the advanced SP, the flip screen one, with
Alright.
which was the first one to actually have a backlight on it.
Ah.
Because that was kind of the upgrade from the advanced. Is it had the folding, but it was the first Nintendo handheld that actually had the backlight on it, so you could see all the time. Like,
No, yeah, I remember them.
it wasn't any issues with visuals. And then, yeah, I had the DS. I skipped the DSi. I didn't need that because it was pretty much the same as the DS from what I could gather, but with a camera.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I've now got the 3DS, which you got me.
Mhm.
And once again, that's another point. Like, obviously, it's been out for a while now, but they brought out the new 3DS.
Have they?
Well, yeah, I think it's been out quite a while now, at least over a year. I think the new 3DS was out when we got our 3DSs.
Oh, is it the one that has like the coloured buttons
Yeah.
now and stuff? Yeah.
And my issue is, and I kind of get why they've done it, because basically the new 3DS has more processing power and things like that. It can play more kind of games on it. So,
Alright, okay.
like, at the moment, I personally only know of one game, and that is specifically for the new 3DS, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles.
Mhm.
That was the only one I was aware of. There could be more, I may just not be very up to date on it all, kind of thing. But also, they've got the 3DS obviously has the virtual console,
Yeah.
so you can play all the old games and stuff. But they've recently released all the Super Nintendo Entertainment System games,
Mhm.
but they can't be bought on the old 3DS because the hardware doesn't hold up. So there's a lot of old school games which I never got to play as a kid, because I mean I was a Sega Genesis kid, or Sega Mega Drive as it was when I had it.
Back in your day.
Yeah, I mean they're the same console, but they just had different names. It might have been a national thing. I honestly can't remember. But I always knew it as a Sega Mega Drive, and so I never got to play a lot of games when I was growing up, sort of Nintendo-wise, which I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, unless I get like emulators and ROMs, which but I haven't overly been doing that. So it's just sort of I still can't play them. Like when they brought them out on the 3DS, I was like, sweet, I can play like all these old games, like the Metroid games and things like that I never played. And then it's still just like, but I'm sorry, you still can't play these.
Yeah, you still can't.
Still not. Oh, I have the diffuser. Sorry, miles away there.
Yeah.
I was on my little rant then, and so that was my biggest issue with it. And it was a little bit annoying because I was just like, come on. And don't get me wrong, I don't know all the ins and outs of the machinery that goes into making a 3DS and things, but I always felt like, hang on a minute, you've made Pokemon Sun and Moon, you've made like all these amazing Final Fantasy, like Bravely Default, and all these 3D games which look amazing. I am down because they blew a wall behind me, and yet you can't
Okay.
you can't get a sort of old school 2D game to work nicely on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, as I said, I don't know the ins and outs of making a games console. I won't even pretend to. But that was one thing that always confused me a bit. So, I mean, if anyone understands all this who's watching, I mean, feel free in the comments, educate me. Let me know.
Yes.
Sort of-
Educate us.
How do you feel about that? Sort of tell me in the comments below. Like it'd be nice to know your thoughts on sort of your stance on where the Switch is, whether you think it's gonna completely make the handheld consoles fade out, or whether you think Nintendo will keep it going.
See, I feel like I haven't heard enough people kind of hyped for it, really. Like when there was all speak of it and stuff, like I heard people comment on it, but everyone I heard speak about it wasn't gonna get it. It was just, oh yeah, kind of interesting, but not worth getting.
Yeah, I think more people were hyped about the new Legend of Zelda game rather than the Switch
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
And I mean, the new Legend of Zelda game looks Breath of the Wild. It looks awesome. Like, it looks really good. Like, it's a new.
You must locate
It's
and
sort of
defuse the
taken
bomb.
the Ocarina of Time style of gameplay, the 3D Zelda aspect, but then just going, right, let's make this open world. Let's make this big, and it is really big, and it looks amazing.
No,
and
yeah,
I,
it does look good.
and I think it came out on the Wii U as well, but the Wii U was not an amazingly loved console
No.
in comparison to other consoles. Obviously, there are people who do like the Wii U, which is fine, fair play. If you like
I
the
feel
Wii
like
U,
that was again something that wasn't as popular as they were hoping it was going to be.
yeah, and it's because they kind of took, like, Nintendo absolutely nailed it out of the park with the Wii. Like, and I never had a Wii, but I played a lot of Wii around mates' houses and things. They were good, fun games. They were at the forefront of motion controls in that sort of sense.
No, yeah.
They really nailed it with that, and like, I never felt the Xbox, what was it, Kinect and the PlayStation Move, was it? I never felt that they lived up to it at all. Like, the Wii was at that, and then they kind of, when they brought out the Wii U, they kind of went, okay, we've done this now. Let's make a tablet with our console and make it so that a lot of our games involve the two. And the issue with that was, and some people love it, and with some games, like, prime example, Star Fox Zero, which was basically a remake of the original Star Fox 64 game. And Star Fox 64 is like a legend of a game, amazing game, absolutely fantastic. And then they made Star Fox Zero, and what they did with it was,
Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
I'm down. We kind of just walked into a lot of people there.
Yeah, I will be with you momentarily. Sorry, just trying to.
It's fine, you got this.
And what they did was they made it so that you see how it would normally be looked. So you get the third-person view of your ship and everything flying on the screen. But then on your tablet is how you had to aim.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, Flashbang, absolutely hated this. Like, some people thought it was brilliant, and some people still enjoyed the game. But overall, I think a lot of people really disliked it because they couldn't get used to the fact that you had to be swapping your visuals between two different screens, and they couldn't. I'm down. Sorry. And they
Is there anyone in there?
Yeah, I think so. And they just couldn't get a handle on it. And to be fair, I would almost definitely be the same. I would probably really struggle with something like that. There's a bomb in
No,
this
yeah,
wall.
I would.
There's a bomb on the other side of this wall.
I was wondering where that was coming from.
Got it. And I would really struggle with it personally. I mean, I don't think. But I don't think that makes a bad game, though. I reckon it probably... I personally have never played it. But I reckon if I did play it, I'm in the completely wrong room for this bomb. Not paying attention, sorry. I reckon I'd probably enjoy it, but I just reckon it would take me practice to get used to the thing. And I think that was a lot of people's problems. They weren't willing to give it enough time to make it that awesome game that they really wanted.
Diffuser in position. Defend
But I feel like if you don't play it and are instantly into it and like, yeah, I love this, is it really worth giving it the time? I feel like everything else I've kind of
5
played,
seconds left.
like the Wii and stuff, immediately I've been like, oh, this is so cool, kind of thing.
I get what you mean. I mean, what was a game I played recently? For the Final Fantasy 3 remake on the DS. Oh, I'm dead. Sorry. I died. Like, that I thought was a really good game. I really enjoyed it.
Op 4
But-
eliminated all friendlies.
Let's head on back to the main menu.
Okie dokie.
But I felt I really had to push through the first 10 to 12 hours of that game.
Yeah.
And I mean, when it comes to gaming, that seems like a lot that you've got to push through. Does that make sense? Like,
Mhm.
but I feel it was worth it in the end, because that game, it's obviously a remake of the original Final Fantasy 3, as in the Japanese Final Fantasy 3. And it involved a lot of grinding. You really had to grind to make it so you
Yeah.
could, because it was very difficult game just to walk through, fight everything on the way, but not sit and grind for a bit to level. Otherwise,
Mhm.
you just got stuck. You really had to sit and have some grinding sessions. But then I felt once I got through the first 12 hours, I didn't need to do that so much, and that things were moving a lot more smoothly. And I mean, 12 hours to get into a game is a long time.
Yeah.
But I felt the payoff was worth it in the end. Like, when I completed it, I was like, yeah, I really enjoyed that game, actually, in the end. Like, first 12 hours was a bit of a drag, but overall I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a really
Yeah.
good game. So maybe it's that kind of concept. Maybe if people put that bit more time into it, maybe not
Yeah.
even, maybe it doesn't even need to be 12 hours. Maybe it only needs to be, say, 5 hours, 6 hours.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Then maybe they might get into it a bit more. I don't know. Once again, guys, in the comments, just let us know what you think. Are there any games that you feel are a real drag for the first 5 to 10 hours, but then once you pass that, absolutely brilliant, and like really steps up the pace then? I mean, let us know in the comments. That'd be good.
I mean, pure example, Kingdom Hearts 2, you hate the beginning bit because it goes on for so long
oh, yeah.
before you can kind of get into the game.
Yeah, it's about a 3-hour prequel chapter where you're doing tasks and stuff, playing as a completely different character who you play the main game as. Spoilers
Yeah.
for anyone who hasn't played that. You should really get on that, because, you know, that came out many years ago. I think that came
Yeah,
out when I
but-
was still in school.
No, yeah. It's an old game.
But yeah, and yeah, that is, once again, that is a prime example. You really have to put in the work to get through that. Really, what I personally felt was a really boring beginning, just to get to the main bit of the game, and then once you get past that, it really starts to pick up, and you actually
Yeah,
get
but
to.
I really enjoyed the beginning bit. Like, I instantly fell in love with that game from the very beginning. So I suppose it's just different people. Like, if I start a game and I'm just not into it after even an hour, I probably just won't play it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like, I won't give it that time.
that's fair enough, and I do not doubt that there is a lot of gamers out there who will do that. I mean, one of my personal things is I find that if I've spent 30, 40, 50... I never spend 50 quid on a game, what am I talking about? If I've spent 30, 40 quid on a game, I feel I have to give it a minimum amount of hours before I'm willing
Yeah.
to turn around and say, no, this game's no good for me, and then never touch it again. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I feel I need to put in a minimum amount of hours to at least get my money's worth.
Yeah, yeah. I
Sort
get where you're coming from.
because I hate just spending 30, 40 quid on a game and then going after an hour, I really don't like this, and then never touching it again. I just feel I've wasted my money there, whereas if I feel I put in a good few hours to at least give myself a chance to even maybe learn to love it, like a Stockholm syndrome kind of way. Do you get what I mean? Like, I love it because I've just played it for so long
Yeah.
that I just have to love it. Like,
Yeah.
then I feel I at least get my money's worth. If after about 5-6 hours I'm still sat there going, no, this isn't for me, then I'll just be like, okay, I'm done with that kind of thing. But
Mhm.
yeah. Alright then. Well, I think that's a good time to stop. I think, yeah, covered some nice stuff today, talked about some good stuff. You've seen me and Jamie fail
Fail.
at disarming many bombs, because for some reason it decided to keep giving us the bombs over and over again,
Yeah.
and we couldn't win on our own, but that's fine. It was good fun. We had a good time.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, guys, just let us know in the comments what you think. Are there any games that you feel really needs to be pushed through the first however many hours to really get into, and then they start getting good from there? Let us know what you think, and yeah, let us know what you think of the channel in general so far. Alright then, well, thank you very much for anyone watching, and I'll catch you next time. Say goodbye,
Bye.
Jamie. See you later, guys.